Hey everybody, welcome to Brick Vault. Today I get to show you one of the most overpowered vehicles in all of Star Wars. Developed for the Separatists during the Clone Wars, this ground vehicle has a massive arsenal of heavy weapons, well, one in particular that's just incredibly strong, and possibly impenetrable armor. We never actually get to see any weapons destroy these tanks. We are looking at the custom LEGO minifigure scale super tank from the builder Kind of Brick. We don't get to see much of this thing in action, as its first batch of tanks fell into an abyss and then their factory was immediately destroyed conveniently. But if some of these super tanks happened to make it off-world, then perhaps the Clone Wars would have turned out very differently. Quite literally, the super tank was and could have been a game changer. It's got an incredibly strange shape. It reminds me of one of my favorite cartoon bug creatures. Let me know what type of animal you think this looks like in the comments below. And before I jump into the finer details of this solid model, first, I'd like to say that if you think you'd like to build this for yourself, you can buy the instructions at our web store, brickvault.toys, linked in the description below. With each purchase comes a PDF building guide and an uploadable digital parts list. Every single one of our models is tested in real life. The instructions are also troubleshot to make sure that they can be followed along easily, and parts for the model are chosen with availability in mind. If you buy instructions from us, it's an awesome way to help support what we do here at the channel, but also help support the talented designers that we work with, like Kind of Brick. This is his first model up in the web store, so let him know what you think about it. Okay, I don't know if our personal LEGO Separatist and Republic armies will ever be fully evenly matched again. This artillery volley from the super tank cut down ATTEs like butter, and because of their ray shielding, it didn't suffer even a scratch from a row of AV7 cannons. All of the vehicles you see flashing by the screen match in size with this minifig scale creation, and I gotta say, this is one of the more imposing looking vehicles for the entire droid army. In universe, it's designed by the Bactoid Armor Workshop, which makes sense. It's got a similar kind of rounded armor like seen on an AAT or an MTT, yet it's a wholly different build. There are some finer, more delicate looking shapes in the front with a series of subtle intersecting angles, and then it really bulks up in the rear with a deceptively simple looking armor shape. Actually, that's a pretty good segue to get straight into the functions of this model, which I was surprised to find has quite a bit. This configuration is the more protected form. If the tank doesn't have any target to lock onto, then the main slab of armor remains tilted forward. And then, if target is acquired and you want to blast him, the armor slides back. This reveals the big, bad, heavy artillery-like turret in the middle. It's actually not very big at all, but whatever comes out of those two little cannons does a world of hurt on the battlefield, both to armor and to infantry. There are also some great details hidden under this big armor section, which includes pods on either side, possibly ammo or fuel, not sure, and then just a bit of different, more intricate color variation. It's all pretty muted and subtle, but there was a lot of attention to detail that went under here. Now, outside of that middle turret going up and down, the only other thing that moves on the outside are these blasters. They are connected through the middle with an axle, so they move in tandem with each other and have a smooth yet firm amount of friction. They hold their place without any tilt or wobble, yet it's extremely buttery when you get to spin them around. Now here's where the surprising or maybe unexpected function comes into play. You can remove both rotating guns and then take the whole top armor section off of the super tank to reveal a really thorough interior space. All you got to do is pull down the side doors and there is space for a gunner, driver, and just another stud, so you can have a third soldier or commander battle droid standing around. It looks really great in here. Very smooth, very clean. The piece used for the targeting sensor is extremely creative, and when you pull back a little bit, you do get a better idea about how some of these larger chunks of the model came together. And it's a really, really smart an easy form of building. I like that the upside down cheese wedges line up parallel with the horizontal bricks in the back. This sharp bit of line detailing is done with slopes and inverted slopes, but can only really be seen in its full form once you've taken the armor off. It's a model that even looks clean on the underside. This is a consequence of the designer kind of brick who just pays attention to all of the little things. But I also like to think that this smooth look helps illustrate that this tank just never gets touched in battle. It's an overall strong Lego build that fleshes out one of the more rare and elusive Star Wars vehicles. It also looks pretty epic with this unique color combination, especially against the other Separatist droids, and it certainly lets you know that this isn't any type of ordinary armor on the battlefield. Seriously, what kind of creature do you think this vehicle looks like? I had it pegged as an ohm from Nausicaa, but that's just me. Anyways, if you wanted to build this model for yourself, the instructions are linked below. Brickvault.toys is the place to go. Let me know what kind of other creations you'd like to see built in the future. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you enjoy our content, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next time at Brickvault.